How long does it take you though because art takes a long time, and these pieces of furniture are pieces of art.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do lumps of furniture. I could say lumps of furniture. Where did that come from?
Big lumps of furniture.
I don't do these big lumps of furniture anymore. So over the period of the last 7 years where Muck and Brass has been going, I mean, it was predominantly furniture at the beginning.
Yeah.
But again, like with my brain, and that's why I think Muck and Brass has lasted so long, because my brain, has ideas and we go off on a tangent. I'm now more sort of art pieces. I'm not an artist.
Yeah.
I'm not. I
think you are.
It's weird. I can't say it. I don't know.
There are many different types of artists.
So the journey.
There's artists. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
So the journey. So the product journey of Muck and Brass has been. I started with the furniture, and I was using like nice design wallpapers and stuff, and expensive wallpapers and things. But then I sort of got to a point where I wanted to use my own designs.
And I love the designs that you've been doing. They're amazing.
And I don't have any like set, like, I have to bring new designs out all the time. I only bring them out when I've got one that I like in my mind, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So the first one was that, I don't know if you've seen it, the chimerical. So the animals.
Yeah.
So I had that design in my head for a long time, but I couldn't draw. So this was a weird situation. Again, I'm full of weird situations. So basically, I knew what I wanted, but I couldn't draw it.
Yeah.
And I needed to find an artist that would like relay in my head what I wanted.
Yeah, basically climb in your brain and know what you wanted.
I was like, where is this going to happen? How the hell am I going to do this? So for about a year, I had this in my mind what to do. And I happened on this wallpaper being sold cheap on a website. It was like £10 a roll.
Yeah.
And I bought it, used it. And actually, it was my first picture that blew up on Instagram. Like, it got about 4,000 likes. And we're talking 7 years ago, which was a big thing back then. Yeah. And the artist messaged me and said, I'm not really supposed to do this, but I'm so happy to see where my art goes. I'm so happy to see it on your furniture. And I was like, oh, you painted that? So it turns out, basically, she was employed, which is what happens. You get paid to draw something. You're not allowed to say you've done it because it's being licensed out or been sold to someone else.
Yeah.
So they're not allowed to say. And I was like, oh, my God, this is just heaven. I said, do you fancy doing mine? Because this is the style I want. I've got the ideas. I've got the rough drawings. I've got everything. Anyway, we started work together and she came up with, she literally did everything I said in my head. Like, and I'm terrible at describing things. So for her to get what I was saying, because my drawings were so poor, but you sort of could work it out. But,
yeah.
And I was like, how about, rather than you just not being able to say you did it, like, you can totally say you did this.
Yeah.
I will give you 10% of everything that's sold ongoing. So it's not just a one-off fee, like it's more of a collaboration.
Yeah. Which
doesn't really get done, really.
No.
I couldn't believe that people aren't allowed to say they've done it when there's all that hard work and they're not allowed to say. I mean, I think it's... So that was Laura, and she is... Oh, it's not coming on.
Oh, wait, sorry.
And she's done a few of my designs for me. Obviously, her style has a certain way in working some of my designs. Some of mine I've done.
Yeah.
And
some of them are like more digital cropped together.
Her brush strokes are like her watercolours are just second to none, and that's what I wanted for that design. And I think we've got 5 colours out in that, and it's like our biggest seller.
Really?
Like, it's insane, yeah. So that's how the wallpaper started, and obviously then the fabric followed. And now I do vinyl. I work with a company that print it in vinyls because that's a trend at the minute to use vinyl on furniture and walls and
that's things. That's like what we would say double-sided sticky tape.
Yeah, basically. Peel it off when you finish. Yeah.
Peel it off. But it's not easy to do, I don't think. I think vinyl's harder to do than wallpaper.
Well, no, this is actually quite easy. It's it's a little bit thick. So there's 3 types that we use. We've got a standard, flooring and a window. So they're all,
Right.
the window is really easy. I haven't tried the
Is
floor
that where
yet.
when you put that vinyl on, can you put like the I was going to say dishwater soap
You can put it on
and
there,
put it on
but
like
no,
that,
but this
or
has
no?
got a sticky on, but it's still easy peel, so it's not
Yeah.
going to leave marks on your windows and stuff.
Yeah.
But we do that with Faye Jennifer Designs, so there's a link on my website where you can just have any of my designs, she prints them up for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sort of grown, and then now my thing at the minute is it started about 3 years ago. One Christmas, I was like, oh, what can I do for Christmas that's a little bit different this year? So I thought I'm going to make kitsch wreaths, and I handmade kitsch wreaths out of old toys and things that have been discarded and chucked away. But it blew up.
Loves.
It was
Yeah.
it was too much for me to make them, and I kept upping the price, thinking, please stop buying them because I cannot keep up. So I had to actually think about how I was doing this. I thought I can't make them. I couldn't make them fast enough. So I decided to sell the kit. So sell the box with everything in. You can make them yourself. There's a video on my YouTube how to make it. And there's more fun as well to make your own, because you can't really go wrong with a kitsch wreath.
Yeah.
Like it's, it's fun for everyone.
Yeah.
So all year I set up this toy amnesty. So you'd send me your toys, all small toys. I pay for the postage and I send you a little print from my website as a thank you. Save that all year. Then every Christmas I sell these kits. But what's happened in the last 2 years, people want the kits all year.
Really?
Yeah, they're like me. They love Christmas. I don't know what it is.
So they're like making them all
so
year
now they're on
round.
the website all year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've already started doing more videos for Christmas because people, I think, are getting more involved in Christmas.
I can't believe you're
earlier.
mentioning Christmas. It's
I know,
August. It's August.
Sorry.
I've seen on your Instagram stories you're mentioning Christmas, and I just want to say, shut.
I'm so sorry.
It's not Christmas yet, Zoe.
I'm just sad that Halloween has to get in the way because I hate Halloween.
Do you not like that? Oh, I like Halloween.
It's just because it gets in the way of Christmas.
Oh, so it's just delaying.
Yeah,
the good
it
stuff
bothers
for
me
you.
because you can't get Christmas stuff until Halloween's been in the shops.
Yeah.
Like, don't
And there
waste
is
my
loads
time.
of Halloween stuff at the minute.
So yeah,
isn't
so
there?
let's get off Christmas. But now what's happened is I have a lot of toys donated.
Yeah.
And so I've started to make art with the toys.
Which I've seen.
And
them.
that is
I
my
love
new
them.
favourite thing. I
Yeah.
am loving it.
I love the rainbow one that you did the other day. I
So do
love
I.
that.
Do you know, I love to keep so much stuff. So the first toy one I ever did and that rainbow one, the two that I really wanted to keep. And
Yeah.
I wish, and I'll regret it. I'll totally regret. I've made myself a little one, but it's not the same. Like, when you just make something like, oh my God, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And what I've ended up doing is commissions, people giving me their toys from their kids and making pieces of art from it so they can keep it, which is just lovely.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I've got a big load of toys coming from America,
Yeah.
from some lady. It's all her kids' toys, and she's doing it as a surprise, and it's for her lounge, a big piece of art.
Oh my God.
And I've managed to find, I'm doing it on a frame that was from Ralph Lauren's shop window. So they're
Yeah.
loving that. They're American, like it's from Bond Street shop. So they've got
Yeah.
a really nice, cool frame. Yeah, so it's really, it's taken a different journey.
Yeah. So going from like doing nails every day, now you've got like such a diverse creative outlook on everything, because you can pretty much do whatever you
Whatever
want.
I want. I mean, I really do know how lucky I am. Like,
Yeah.
I was able to go to my workshop all through the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I could make stuff. I know what it's like to be able to make yourself feel nice. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know where I'd be if I couldn't do this for a living. Like, honestly, I just love what I do. I can just do whatever I want. And that's why I started teaching and I do a lot of free workshops and free worksheets on my website.
Yeah.
Because I know how it can help people. Mm-hmm. Like, as soon as lockdown happened, I started to do things for free online. I did lives, 11 o'clock.
I've watched them.
Yeah, and it just blew up because I knew what people were going through. Like, I went through such a terrible time before I started Muck and Brass that it was, I knew what working on Muck and Brass did for me.
Yeah.
and what making something can do for you. So yeah, I love sharing it because
Feel weird?
no, it feels back to normal.
Do they feel sturdy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, cigar! Oh no! Look at the
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So sorry, you've got these dodgy finger shapes. My arthritis. That's been the hardest thing actually. Having Muck and Brass is now suffering with my arthritis and not being able to do things or hold things like I like opening things is much harder, and it does affect it. And I suppose like
because it's quite painful.
Yeah, very.
So you get right. So listen. Arthritis in your hands, and as a nail technician, would be an absolute nightmare because everything's so little and intricate.
Yeah. Well, actually, when I was doing nails, I was in remission. So basically, I've got an autoimmune disease.
Yeah.
It's called psoriatic disease. It's hereditary. Psoriatic. So you know, like psoriasis.
Yeah.
Is that psoriatic? So I suffer with the psoriasis as well, but it's actually a whole disease. So basically, my body attacks all the good things.
Oh,
so
if
I cut myself shaving or something on my legs, not on my face, I will get psoriasis there. Like it's
right. So if your skin's in trauma, it will flare up there.
Yeah,
quite bad.
I've been quite lucky out of my family. So my sister has it. Mm-hmm. My dad unfortunately passed away at the age of 52. Suffered very badly with it.
That had an effect on his lifespan.
This is so. If you've got psoriatic disease, it does affect your lifespan. Mm-hmm. So basically, just to like give it a brief, it's your body attacking all the good things. So your skin replaces itself 100 times faster. The rheumatoid arthritis that comes with it, it's attached to your heart basically. So you get calcified arteries.
Oh my God!
So that's what my dad had.
Yeah.
But the arthritis obviously is the worst. Mm-hmm. The skin I could cope with, although about 3 months ago was my biggest flare up. Yeah, and it was horrific. So it was all over, and it was very sore. I couldn't lean on my arms. My back was getting infected because if I was driving longer than a couple of hours, it would really like aggravate it.
Oh wow.
But that's calmed down at the minute, and I'm having treatment for that 3 times a week.
Wow.
At Guy's, which has been fine. But I'm just waiting for, they're called biologic injections, and they're like an immune suppressant, which will be for my rheumatoid arthritis. But as I was saying, I was lucky because I didn't have it. I was in remission while I was doing nails. Right. And I think it would have really affected me a lot if I'd had the arthritis then. I don't think I could have done it because even now holding a phone, because I'm probably got to have a phone in my hand 9 hours a day.
Yeah.
Just holding the phone can really be painful. So imagine holding a file. I mean, sometimes I'll go and do a little thing and think, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. So I was lucky to have missed it then.
Yeah.
But what it's done is made me really conscious. Like I didn't wear nails when I was doing nails a lot. Mm-hmm. I didn't really have them done myself all the time.
Yeah. And I think that's a thing with nail techs. Nail techs' nails are normally
they're the worst
because they're too busy making everybody else's look gorgeous. Yeah.
But now I need them on. You know when you hear people say when they're going through certain like cancer treatments and they lose their hair and it's a big thing to them, and I get it, but that wouldn't be a big thing to me. My nails to me is, and I think it's because my hands have gone so gnarly that I think that beautifies them more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And definitely. So I think sometimes you just need something to make yourself feel nice. Yeah. And that is it right now. So I can't live because it affects my nail growth, my bones. I just go, they're just misshaped. So it's a big problem. So I'm hoping in December I'll get the treatment and it'll go down a bit. But.
So what's the treatment?
So biologics are an immune suppressant. So they're used actually for cancer treatments. That's what they are.
So that stops your body attacking
so it
the
basically
organs and things like that?
Or? So it lowers your immune system. So you'll be prone to catching a lot of things, coughs, colds, flus, things like that. But it just stops your body attacking your organs because that's what this does. you know, your liver, your kidneys. So you're prone to what's it called? I can't even remember. It's like it's non-alcoholic liver cirrhosis. That's what it is. So you're prone to have problems with your liver. Oh wow.
Just gotta make sure these don't touch.
Cute.
I'm just gonna do it again.
So yeah, it makes you do things more. I am worried that I can't work in the workshop. That would be the most horrible thing, not to sit and make stuff.
Yeah,
that's just my life.
If it affected your work.
Whereas the skin, when that flares up, I can cope with more, even though it's not nice. But actually not being able to do stuff is horrible.
It's a bit apple eye. Oh, no, you don't need to put it in.
I love this nail lamp you've got. So you come in here and see all the new stuff because I've been so out of touch. I love it. Bits and
all
pieces.
The new technology.
I love it.
It's amazing, isn't it? I think it's such an ever-changing industry. The nail industry is.
Totally.
That's why I love it so much. What's your favourite piece that you've ever done?
Oh, that's a good one. I can't just have one because it's just impossible.
Too many.
So my gorillas and giraffes I love.
I love your gorillas. So there's a lot of famous people that have got your gorillas.
Yeah, and giraffes.
Yeah.
So I mean there's people I don't even know. Like I find out after that have got my animals. Because a lot of interior designers buy them, so you don't know where they're going, and then you find out after you see it in their house in a picture in OK magazine and stuff. Like, oh, they got it.
Like Gemma Collins.
She's got a horse. She's got a gorilla. She's got a pig table, and she's got a horse lamp. Yeah, she's got quite a few bits. Actually.
And she just bought them direct from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's good. I mean, I don't give pieces away for free.
Yeah.
At all, because I can't afford it.
Well, no, and they take time to do.
I have got a story I'll tell you in a minute that happened only last week. So yeah, like I've made the animals. I think the gorilla, out of the gorilla and giraffe, the gorilla is my favourite.
Yeah.
And my new art.
The gorilla. And your new art with the toys.
Yeah. I love that because that is all made from waste. Like I buy the frames from charity shops. I've actually got a really good relationship with a recycling centre in Chingford.
Yeah.
It's actually a shop at the refuge dump place. Yeah. And they just message me.
Oh no, you don't need to put it in. Oh. I'm so used to just putting it in. Put it in the lamp.
They just message me when there's been frames dumped, and I go and buy frames off them.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the toys obviously get sent in. I mean, the toys aren't free. I do pay their postage and send them a gift and stuff. Yeah. But it's nice to use stuff that would have been going to landfill and making it pretty. Yeah. You know, that's what I like doing.
My mum loves all the upcycling kind of stuff. She goes to a charity shop every Friday.
I love her already.
To Douglas Macmillan every Friday. She was saying to me, you need to go. She was like, Zoe needs to go.
Oh, I'd love. Where is that?
It's not the whole lot.
Up here.
Yeah. So it's quite a big place. They do furniture and clothes and toys and all kinds of crap. You know.
Oh, I love it.
It's really big, and my mum goes every Friday. And
I just get such a buzz. I don't know how no one can. Do you not like going into charity shops and getting
I like it. I like looking at the glassware and the vintage glassware. I love. Oh, and your glasses.
Oh, the cup glasses.
The cup glasses. I love them. So they're like a
I bought you something today, actually. I wish I'd made those for you. I didn't know you loved those. Yeah. But I did make you some napkins today.
Oh, I
did. They're in the van. Don't let me forget.
I won't let you forget. We'll get them on camera before you leave. But yeah, I just love all the unusual stuff, and it is good that it's recycling something again.
So I didn't go into this thinking, I need to only use recycle. I just want to be more eco-friendly. But as much as I would like to say I didn't. I basically started on the furniture because it was cheap to start with.
Yeah.
You know, I was in a position where how are we going to earn money? What are we going to do? I'm going to just make stuff for a flat. And I just going to charity shops was a thing to just test out. So that's how it started. And then I realised how good the furniture was.
Yeah.
How much out there is being chucked away.
Back in the day.
Exactly. And it's just a great base for making furniture that's going to last. Like every piece of furniture I've ever upcycled and sold, I've sent it with a scroll inside to say, if you're going to get rid of it, ask me first. I'll buy it back.
Yeah.
Or I'll redo it for you because I already know it's a good, well-made, long-lasting piece. Mm-hmm. And I've had furniture back like 6 years later.
Really?
And redone it. And so, and I know it's going to be good. And so, again, it's not a circular economy as such because it will end up in a tip eventually, but it's a good recycling, like a percentage of it is not going to go to the tip. So, and then and obviously like with the toys and stuff, people send me so much good stuff that they were going to chuck away.
And I bet you think, why?
Yeah, because someone out there will love it.
To chuck that away.
And now I feel like I'm more of a problem solver. I sort of think, right, what can I do with that rather than chuck it away? Like with the cup glasses.
Yeah.
So if a glass is smashed at the top, I can use the stem, and that's where it came from. I took the top of the glass off, put the stem under an old cup that had lost its saucer. There you've got my cup glasses. Oh, it just feels so good. I feel complete. You have no idea. Like when you have something that's horrible, you just feel, it makes your whole body feel horrible. So having suddenly like really painful knuckles and no nails, because you can lose nails with this, and there's nothing you can do. You can't, and I can't do videos with my fingers in that looks like a dog's chewed them. Like no one wants to see that.
I know, because it's quite distracting. It is distracting.
And people say, "Oh, you should love your body." Like, well, no, I don't, and I don't have to. I know having nice nails will make me feel better, and that's all there is to it. I also am so used to having nails on that when they're not on, I feel I can't do stuff. Like I can't pick things up properly.
Yeah. So do you still have like a lot of your own work in your home?
Well, I've only just started to, because every time I made something I wanted to keep it, Mike's like, no, we need to sell it, which is fair enough because we did.
Yeah.
So it was a long time before I started making and keeping, but now I do. Like I'd have a gorilla for a bit and then think, no, I have to sell it. Or I like make something and think, no, I really have to sell it, and I'll get bored. But now I make it for me. So I just made a piece of toy art for me, the right size. I know where it was going to go.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was just having it thinking, where can I put it? I'd actually make something for me. But all my flat is pretty much charity shops, recycling centres, just been done up. My sofa was off Marketplace, and it was like a $5,000 sofa that someone had. Listen to this. Like, I've had the best few weeks actually on Marketplace. So
my mum loves Marketplace.
Oh, it's so good. It's not good to sell anything because you get those, hi, is this still available? And you go, yeah, and then they're like, they don't reply, or you know. So just before Christmas last year, this is the best one. I didn't need a sofa. I don't even know why it popped up. My phone didn't even hear me. I wasn't even talking about a sofa.
Sorry.
But this tiger print sofa came up.
Right.
And it was a 3-seater and a 2-seater.
Oh,
and I thought,
put the whole hand in now.
I like that. And
it's a 3-seater and a what? A 2-seater?
And a 2-seater. Brand new. This guy said, brand new. No offers. It was really cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, I messaged that. And I thought I'll sort Mike out later. So I got the sofa. Anyway, it turns out it was this ex-footballer.
Oh.
His wife had bought $5,000 worth of sofa, and then she changed her mind on colour, but wanted the new one before Christmas. So he'd only had it a few months. It is amazing. It's from Sofology.
Yeah.
And it's still on their website. It's insane. It's full feather. But anyway, I hadn't looked at the listing properly, and it was actually 2 3-seaters, a 2-seater and a footstool, and we had to collect it, and it was just colossal. So I gave one away. I went on my local Facebook page and asked if anyone knows, if anyone deserving that would like a beautiful feather sofa for free, and I'll deliver it. And this lady popped up. I delivered it. Me and Mike delivered it. We managed just to get it in her house. She got 4 or 5 kids on her own. And they had this beautiful sofa, so I gave one away because I didn't know where to put it anyway. Like I just need to look at things properly and read it.
Yeah, because there was no way you could get it in the flat.
Yeah, so but it was amazing. It's the best thing ever. The problem is I keep falling asleep on it and stay because it's that
comfortable.
Oh, it's just wow. It's bliss.
Your house is pretty phenomenal, I think. You know, your flat, apartment, whatever The furniture in it is pretty cool.
I always say it's like if you bought Barbara Cartland on Wish.
Yeah.
That's how I describe my flat.
That's
yeah.
brilliant.
But it's like I say, it's mostly free. Like the dining room table, that was free. And yeah, just like loads of stuff on there. It's either very, very cheap or free. I love it. Well, and the thing is, you feel better about changing it because you think, oh, well, that was free. It doesn't matter. I'll either sell it or swap it or give it away or whatever. When you've bought something, you feel like you've got to keep it longer.
Yeah. Well, you've got to get your money's worth, haven't you?
Yeah.
So it's like that with clothes, I think. You've got to get your...
you've got to...
You've got to per wear.
See, I've got 2 party dresses because I'm of the day where you had a party dress for years, the same party dress. Your mum would make you a party dress.
Yeah.
And I still have that in me. Like, I have got 2. They were expensive, but I only wear those 2 to parties. I have loads of clothes, but I get my wear out of them. Yeah. For sure.
Well, especially when they're expensive as well. That's what you
But I don't feel like, I love these 2 dresses. Like, one of them is made of tinsel. I mean, who doesn't want to wear a tinsel dress?
I have seen the said dress. It is pretty phenomenal.
And I have got my wear out of that. Yeah. And I will for years. I absolutely love it.
You went on a cruise, didn't you?
I did. I've worn it. I've just worn it everywhere. I do look like Grayson Perry on acid, to be fair.
I think it's fun.
But I love it. I don't care.
I absolutely love it.
It blows my mind watching the nails thing. Because I feel like I've gone bigger and this is like going back small again. Like, it's just...
Yeah, all your stuff is huge.
It's huge, and you're like the other side.
Everything's just minuscule, tiny. You've done stuff for haven't you done stuff for restaurants and shops and... Yeah,
so I'm making, I'm doing a lot at the moment for Nando's. So Nando's, this is a company that should be shouting about it, but don't. I don't know why. But their sustainability program is amazing.
Really?
Yeah. Like Nando's are really into... reusing, recycling, upcycling. Yeah. Like, but they don't really, I'd never seen it or heard it, but they don't really shout about it. So I do their furniture for what they call host stations and takeaway units. So I make 2 styles of pieces for their restaurants. Yeah. So every time their one's done up or they do a new one, I upcycle a piece of furniture for them. So
they're never the same.
No. So their designs are always different. They might be the same sort of furniture. I use a lot of G-Plan for Nando's. Yeah. Because I find that furniture of the mid-century is just so much easier to get and it's so well made. Yeah. And it's perfect for them because they use a lot of it for storage.
So when you go into Nando's, I think everybody needs to be looking at your furniture.
Yeah. I mean, I've done over the last few years quite a lot of restaurants, but I've still not done them all. So they do refurbs. And they do new ones. So you'll see and like as you walk in.
Have you done the one in Stoke though?
I don't even know anymore. I've done so many. I don't know. As you go in, there'll be one just at what they call a host unit, which is where they put some, I know where they keep the till rolls and they put menus. And then there'll be a takeaway unit where all the cutlery and stuff is. They're the sort of types of furniture I make. They'll have a design on the front that's quite... obvious, and they're more like a South American type design. I think it's South American. I hope I've got that right. But anyway, but everyone will have a different design. Definitely keep an eye out. They normally have hairpin legs because I feel like I've been putting hairpin legs on because they mop a lot more and they clean a lot more at the minute. So wet legs on on wooden furniture.
What's a hairpin leg?
Metal. It looks like a hairpin.
Oh, yes, I get, yes.
So that's what I've been doing Oh, and then for mopping, they last much longer for all the cleaning they have to do.
Yeah. I want to know about your TV stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like what's it bloody called? Where you upcycle the little stuff with the kids and everything.
Oh, Junk Rescue.
Junk Rescue, that's it.
So, well, that was the first thing I ever filmed, but it was the second thing to come out.
Yeah.
So, this is like at the beginning. Obviously, I'd never done TV.
Yeah.
It was all very. I've been asked to do like things like Money for Nothing and stuff like that, but I'm just not. I was not interested.
Yeah.
I just feel like I was too busy. And yeah, I just wasn't my thing. Anyway, I got a phone call actually from a producer, and they said, look, this might seem a bit left field. Been asked to do a kids' TV show for CBeebies, blah, blah, blah. Told me all about it. And I was like, no, that is right up my street. No, I definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
Because like every child remembers their favourite kids' TV show, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, just the whole kids' TV thing was like, yes. Also, it's not that type of show that's, you've got to do your furniture, you're giving all your secrets away and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's good, wholesome TV.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went and did it. Basically, I moved up to Glasgow for a month. So every series...
Was it all filmed up there?
Yeah, in November. So we did 4 series. And it's filmed in a barn at Pollock Park, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
And the farm is amazing. But the barn, it was just an open barn.
So it's freezing.
I can't tell you how cold. I mean, think of Wim Hof on a good day, right? It was freezing. Well, so the kids have got like thermals on. They've got boiler suits on.
Yeah.
Danny, who I was doing it with, he could wear a coat. And the kids stop every 15 minutes because of their chaperones were like, for law, you got to can't work. But I was still there, like waiting. And I had to just wear clothes. So yeah, if you watch carefully, you see a lot of like steam coming out of my mouth, and my hands look like corned beef. But it was so good. Like absolutely loved it. And filming a Christmas special really is special.
Yeah.
Like Mike came up for that as well. It's just, I loved the whole thing. I wish they'd bring that back. But what happens is with kids TV, like kids are renewed quite quickly, so they'll be able to repeat it quite a lot. So
yeah.
And we did 4 series. But after that I filmed Flipping Profit for BBC One.
Yes, and I loved that.
Yeah, me too.
I loved that. And
that was for children in need, so they didn't do another one.
Yeah, you need to do that again.
It was so good. But that came out before the Junk Rescues came out, funny enough. And by then I was getting a bit better, like I understood, because it's really hard doing TV, because I just, I didn't naturally fall into, I just naturally feel comfortable, weirdly.
Yeah.
Like I can chat here like this, but doing TV, oh my God, look at them in the light.
They glow up like crazy, don't they?
Look at this neon mint green, it's amazing. And then the best one I think was in lockdown. So in lockdown, as soon as it happened, I decided, I mentioned earlier, to do these free live tutorials on my Instagram because I knew people were like, need something to do. And I just wanted to help people. Yeah. And it was also helping me, to be more honest. Yeah. Anyway, from that, I got offered to do a TV show for Discovery Channel called, well, at the time I got offered, they didn't have a name for it, but it was called The Weekend Workshop with Max McMurdo and Kate Humble. Yeah. And we were just filming in our workshops because obviously it was lockdown, so we couldn't go anywhere. So whatever we had in the workshop and whatever we could do, we did. Yeah. That was brilliant. So that was on Discovery. Amazing. Perfect timing. Pandemic, at least I could work. Yeah. And I've just finished a new TV show, which comes out in October, BBC One, lunchtime. Oh my God, can I just say that is insane?
Do you like it?
Oh, that's like Jade.
Oh, it is.
Isn't it?
It is like Jade.
That is so cool. So the new one comes out in October, I think, and it'll be lunchtimes, BBC One. It's called Made at Market.
And what do you do on that?
So there's 10 of us, or 10 or 12 of us. We all specialise in something. Yeah. Like there's a stonemason, a weaver, an artist, there's me, an upcycler. So different people, or a potter. And we
Oh,
have...
the potters as well.
Are you into pottery?
Oh, I like it. Well, SoCon is known for the
yeah.
pottery, so, you know.
Well, there bound to have been people up here. Bound to
Yeah.
in that series. But I didn't see what everyone did. But basically, we get a few people each and we mentor them to help them turn their hobby into a business.
I think that's amazing.
And we have 6 weeks. It sounds really good.
And is it competitive?
So, no. So, what it is, so basically, you've got 6 weeks. That was the hardest part. So you got 6 weeks to help them turn around and get going, basically. So I had a couple, Becky and Paul.
Yeah.
So Becky had been upcycling furniture for a while. She had been selling. They didn't really have a proper website. They had an Etsy shop that they weren't really focusing on. They had 48 pieces of furniture that they hadn't sold, and we needed to get them to turn it around.
Yeah.
That was good fun. It was tough because, like I say, 6 weeks seems like a long time, but it's not in a small business. So it was, but I'm not going to tell you what happens because you need to watch.
You need to watch it.
And then I have Ryan, who started upcycling furniture in lockdown. He's a musician.
Yeah.
So he'd never really done this before. And again, I can't tell you all about them, but you need to watch.
It
to see what the ending is.
It does sound exciting.
So yeah, and I think it's perfect timing because there's a lot of people who started a small business or had time in the pandemic to turn their hobby into something a bit more because they were on furlough, they had the time. And now they need to know how to step it up, take the next steps. And I think a lot of people will get a lot from this show.
Yeah.
For hints and tips of what to do and how people think they should do it. So yeah, it should be good.
The people that are on the show, I bet their lives have just changed, because having that.
Yeah, I mean, there'll
help.
be definite life-changing things going on. Like I said, I didn't see everyone. If the setting is worth watching alone, we filmed most of it at the National Trust at Stonywell in Leicestershire, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. Yeah. See, you got to watch it. See what happens.
When's that out?
I think it's supposed to be October, but don't quote me. But it's called Made at Market.
Yeah.
And Dom from the repair shop, he's presenting.
Oh, wow.
So it's very much the repair shop type setting and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cute. Yeah, very wholesome TV.
Is there anything that you've ever made and you've put loads of time and effort in, and then you've thought, I don't actually like it?
All the time. I think people think everything I touch turns to this amazing piece. But it doesn't. For every 10 things I make, probably 2 get through that are good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's the same with nails. When you're making it, you have an idea. It doesn't always work, but sometimes the first one is the best.
Yeah.
I just never stop. So I don't get put off by something not going right. Mm-hmm. I've been known to chuck whole resin tables away thinking I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah. Because I lose it with them.
That's a lot of resin.
It's a lot of resin. It's a lot of money.
I do love the resin at tables.
But sometimes it's just, you don't feel it and it's not right. And I can't let it go unless it's, I mean, I've sold ones that haven't gone quite right, but I'm still happy for them to go, but it's not going at the right price. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't waste it.
But
sometimes I'm like, no.
as well, isn't it? Because, everybody has their own taste and style. And I think that's with all artwork. So just because you might not have liked it, somebody else
totally. But there's things that have just gone wrong.
Yeah.
Working with resin is not nice to work with. If it doesn't go right, it really doesn't go right.
Well, I made my best friend, her friend had passed away. And before she passed away, her friend had sent a bouquet of flowers. You put organic in resin?
Yeah,
but I do. I tried them out.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Because in lockdown, I did a lot of resin.
Yeah.
So I was that one watching the YouTube videos and yes, I love this. It's great. Do you know what I mean? It's all sat in the shed now. You know what I mean? Doing absolutely nothing.
That's what I'm like. But yeah, I get it.
But I for a while I did really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So she passed away. So we dried the flowers. And I put them into. She'd bought a bottle of champagne as well, so we got a bottle of champagne. Do you know the champagne with the glasses that go on?
Oh yeah.
So they go on top of the bottle, and then it holds the glasses.
Yeah.
So we did that with the flowers, and it's all rose gold and dusky pink and everything like that. absolutely gorgeous.
Oh.
Can you imagine if that had gone wrong?
Oh, don't. I don't know how you accepted that as a challenge as well.
Had
the pressure.
those flowers in. Yeah.
But it went okay.
Yeah, it went okay.
Yeah. No, see, I don't like to accept those sort of things because the pressure. Because
wrong.
resin is
wrong.
awful too.
Yeah.
If it doesn't go right. I mean, now I've mastered it enough. Like, I did this one commission table, and he wanted a certain coloured pills, and it was a big table, big brass vintage table, stunning. Mm-hmm. Wanted particular coloured pills, which I managed to source and put in. And the last pour I did. So I always do a last pour and leave the workshop. And I only do pours when it's the right humidity and all the things are set up. It's all perfect. Came back in the morning. Oh, God. And that walk in. A fly had dived in and then started to fly out. And I'm not joking. He's like that. And I'm like, you bastard. I was like, no, this whole fly.
God.
Now, if it was my table, for me, I'd actually have kept it because it looked insane.
It was
like,
funny.
it looked so good because he looked like he dived in and it was like, flying out.
That's it, and I was stuck in the resin.
But this guy would definitely not want a fly coming out of his resin.
Yeah.
And as you know, resin, I mean, it was a lot of resin on the last pour.
Yeah.
So thankfully, it was a little bit soft because, you know, sometimes it can take. The resin I use, actually, in 12, 14 hours, it's solid enough. But it was a little bit soft. So I had to gouge it out. And then I've had to sand it all.
Oh, my God.
And then you're like, oh, my God, if this doesn't go right. Because, you know, when you sand it, it goes like white. And oh, my God, I don't like to sand my resin. I know a lot of people sand and polish. I don't. I like the last pour.
I've done the sand and polish. It never goes as shiny.
It's not.
No.
And you use so many different sanding pads. And I just can't get it to work.
It's too long process, I think.
So I sanded it and then did a pour on top. And thank God it was fine. But the fear. I felt sick. I would have been violently sick if I was on my own, but Mike was there, so he eased the pain a bit and just have a laugh. But
yeah. I mean, did you take any photos of it?
No, I didn't. I should have done.
You should have done.
I thought, shall I video this? And I thought, no, like the man might see he's got a fly in his resin. I suppose if it was something I was doing for the website, I would have videoed it and just put it out there. But because it was a commission, I can't really show like falling apart. Oh, that orange! Oh, you badass! I feel a bit like Khloe Kardashian. Well, if she had hands like a camel.
No, I bet. Oh, trying to clean up the studio is it just carnage because there's just like.
We should clean each other's studios.
Yeah.
Because then it's not so bad. Like you can come into my workshop because I don't want to do it. In fact, I know where everything is anyway, so I don't need to clear it up. It's like
organised chaos.
Yeah.
And why shouldn't it be?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just it ruined the vibe. Oh, my loins, look at that.
Hello.
That is off the charts, isn't it?
They do look like not gemstones, like what they call precious sand.
They do.
I don't know. What are they called?
Crystals. Like, you know, like on TikTok at the minute where you can do that. Have you seen them? I constantly see them on my FYP where they get a basket.
Oh, they scoop and they get the crystals.
They look like you've scooped up my hand. That's what you've got now.
We've got all these crystals. We got heart-shaped ones. We got round ones.
Free postage. Thank you very much. Oh, you got this one. Look at that.
I love
like
them.
Jade. I don't know what else some of them are called.
I don't know, but amethyst, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and everything I've used today will be listed below, as always. But it's time for us to go. Please keep watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra, duck! Your turn.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for my beautiful nails.
And follow Muck and Brass. And I've also got highlights in my Instagram with Muck and Brass stuff in as well. So, yeah. Ciao.
See you later.